Marisa Lake. I'm a sophomore biology major, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my MUS200A Sound project that I did on Loveful by Postmodern Jukebox. So before we begin, I kind of want to do a little overview of the original Loveful because Postmodern Jukebox didn't write it or perform it for the first time. The original band was the Cardigans, and they were actually a Swedish punk rock band, and you might know the song when I play it. It's kind of familiar. The original composers were Peter Svevson and Nina Persson, and they were both actually in the Cardigans. Peter Svevson was the guitarist, and Nina was the vocalist. And Peter actually composes for the Cardigans as well as many other artists you may know, such as Ariana Grande and The Weeknd. And he also won the Platinum Guitar in Sweden, which is basically an award for people that get recognized for composing so much music. So he is very well known as a composer. But Postmodern Jukebox rendition has a different feel than a Swedish punk rock feel. It actually has a jazz type feel, which is what they're known for, and I'll play you a little bit of it here. So that's just a little clip of it. And now more about the meaning behind Loveful. It was written in 1996, and this is important because it was actually the era of where rock females started to come about. Because in 1996, Lollapalooza actually had various artists that performed, and most of them were actually women rock stars that came to the scene, so this was new. For an example, Gwen Stefani performed in that Lollapalooza. And like I said, the lead vocalist is Nina Persson. And this is important because during this time period, female rock stars were coming about. And so the lyrics are in a woman's point of view, and the story is basically about a woman fantasizing about her lover coming back to her even though he's not, and she doesn't really care what she has to do for her to get him back. And on the screen here is Nina Persson in both pictures, and right here is Peter Svevson, the guitarist and composer. So now more about Postmodern Jukebox, which is the band that performed Loveful that I picked. The creator is Scott Bradley, and he's actually the piano player for all these songs. You'll see him playing the piano on all his videos. And him and all his friends basically wanted to create songs with an old-timey feel. And so him and various artists recreate well-known songs. For an example, they created Hotline Bling and another rendition of Thrift Shop. And the rendition of Thrift Shop actually is what got them famous. It was the first video that hit 1 million views and really sparked Postmodern Jukebox on YouTube. And for my song, Haley Reinhart is the lead vocalist. You might know her. She was on American Idol. And like I said, Postmodern Jukebox is known for covering modern songs with a vintage feel. This is also represented with their album covers, which I think are really cute. Like it says, "Swipe right for vintage" and "New gramophone, who dis." So obviously everyone knows modern twist, but with a vintage feel. And I thought that was really cute. They also have 1.7 million YouTube followers, so they're very well known. They sell out shows around the world, and I have heard that they have no record label. But they actually do have a record label now. It's called Postmodern Records. And they basically made this so they wouldn't have to conform to other people's records, and they could keep doing what they want to do while also having a record label. So now more about the song. Like I said, it's a vintage jazz song. You can hear it with the aerophones and the piano because the saxophone and trombone really give it that jazz type feel. The meter is in duple meter, and the melody has a wave-like contour. And you can hear the instruments playing the melody. It's the piano, the drums, and the vocal. The dynamic is mezzo piano to forte, and it crescendos and decrescendos throughout the piece, and you can really hear that in the chorus when she says, "Love me and fool me." The harmony you can hear from the saxophone and trombone give the harmony to the melody, which creates a homophonic texture, and you can hear that here.
A man who surely deserves me, but I think you do. So I cried, I begged, love me, say that you love me, fool me, go on and fool me, love me, pretend that you love me, leave me, say that you need me.
Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the form of Loveful. It's actually in ternary form, which I have down here, A-B-A format. So the A is the statement, then it goes to the departure, and then it goes to the return. So the A is basically one melody, and the B is a different melody. And the statement and the return give it some repetition and familiarity so the people that listen to it kind of remember the song, while the departure gives it a little bit of difference so people are still interested in the song. And there's also an ostinato, and the bass repeats throughout the piece. But first we'll listen to the departure at 2:35, and you can hear the different melody. And then we'll go to the return, which repeats the A section, but it also adds improvisation, which you'll hear in her vocals. Okay, so these are all the artists that are in Loveful. I just wanted to show them. And I really like this song because I like the jazz feel, and I also like a lot of Postmodern Jukebox other songs. I really recommend you check them out. And here are my references. Are there any questions?